In today's world, where modern fighter jet conflicts are concerned, a dogfight is no longer a combat situation because technology has advanced significantly during the 20th century. However, dogfighting is still regarded a crucial skill by aviators all over the world when conditions might swiftly worsen, such as during an interception or when confronting a large number of hostile aircrews. Today, we will present the top 10 fighters which are most capable in dogfighting capabilities, and the rank is rather arbitrary, with different aircraft having an advantage at certain altitudes and airspeeds. Up first at number 10 is Mikoyan MiG-29 or the Fulcrum. The MiG-29 was and still is in its newer evolved versions an excellent dogfight aircraft. The MiG-29 could pull a higher angle of attack maneuvers and its thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.09, which is high. Now, battling the Fulcrum is analogous to fighting an F-18 Hornet in a low-speed duel. The Fulcrum, on the other hand, has a thrust advantage over the Hornet, and this aircraft is known to have a high alpha performance and instantaneous turn rates, which is excellent. Despite its age, the MiG-29 remains a fiercely capable dogfighter, sharing many of the weapon systems of the flanker. A short-range air-to-air missile that is equipped in the MiG-29 is the R-73. At number 9 is the JAS-39 Gripen. The JAS-39 is a great short and medium-range all-weather multi-role aircraft that can handle most missions. Interoperability of solid electronics and weaponry with Western technologies. This aircraft possesses one of the most advanced sensor technology in the world, which may be useful in a dogfight or while repelling covert efforts. The Gripen preserves energy very well. It is hard to spot and has one of the smallest IR signatures. It is known to have a sustained and instantaneous turn rates, which are also excellent in this case. The thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.02, and this aircraft is also equipped with a well-advanced short-range air-to-air missile, the Iris-T. Coming up at number 8 is the Eurofighter Typhoon. The Typhoon has a high thrust-to-weight ratio, which allows it to have a higher sustained turn ratio and also climbing ability. The Typhoon is a beast of a dogfighter with insane instantaneous turn rates, full 9G performance, and massive surplus power. The Typhoon is an energy fighter, meaning it uses its incredible ability to save energy in a duel to wear down its opponents. Also, it is equipped with Iris-T AIM-132 Advanced Short-Range Air-to-Air Missile, AIM-120 Advanced Medium-Range Air-to-Air Missile, which is supremely effective dogfighter. At number 7, we have the Dogfile. The Dogfile can do more alpha maneuvers than the Typhoon. It is highly maneuverable, has a great man-machine interaction, and the most modern aircraft cannon. It is docile in the low-speed ranges where most within visual range engagements take place, as are most carrier fighters. It is equipped with MBDA Mica short to medium range air-to-air missiles. Its turn rates and high thrust-to-weight ratio makes the aircraft most capable in dogfight. One pilot who has flown a Dogfile and is familiar with the Typhoon's capabilities claimed that it would defeat the Typhoon below 10,000 feet. At number 6, we have the Sukhoi Su-27. This fighter is one of the most nimble fighters ever created with excellent maneuverability. The flanker is a highly maneuverable aircraft that can be operated at low speeds with high angles of attack. This fighter can perform a spectacular and hard move Pugachev's Cobra. It performed during air shows in Russia and involves momentarily maintain level flying at a 120-degree angle of attack. Its thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.05 and its instantaneous turn rate is 28 degrees per second, which proves to be an excellent dogfighter. A short-range air-to-air missile that is equipped in the Su-27 is the R-73. Number 5 on the list for the top 10 dogfighters in the world today is the MiG-35. This is marketed as a 4++ generation fighter, and it is a further development of the MiG-29 MM2 and MiG-29K KUB fighters. It has a new precision-guided targeting capability and a uniquely designed optical locator system. Known for its formidable air maneuverability, capable to fight air, land, and maritime targets equally well, the MiG-35 is one of the world's most nimble fighter in the low-speed regime. It also has a high thrust-to-weight ratio, which is 1.14, and also has high turn rates. Up next at number 4 is the Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. Su-30 MKI remains one of the most maneuverable fighter till now, with 3D thrust vectors and cannons, which provides it extra lift and more agile. It also has an excellent turn rate and its thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.05. It has abilities similar to the Sukhoi Su-35, with which it shares many features and components. The Royal Air Force Air Vice Marshal Christopher Harper praised the MKI's dogfight ability, calling it absolutely masterful in dogfights during an exercise in 2006. Up next at number 3 is the F-22 Raptor. This was the first operational aircraft to combine supercruise, super maneuverability, stealth, and sensor fusion in a single weapons platform. In a visible range battle, the Raptor's superb power-to-weight ratio, low-wing loading, and 2D thrust vectoring makes it one of the most capable aircraft for dogfight. The AIM 9-axis internal carriage is equipped in the Raptor for shooting its opponent. This is a super maneuverable fighter which has high instantaneous and sustained turn rates, and its thrust-to-weight ratio is 1.26, which is very high. Number 2 on the list is Sukhoi Su-35. The Su-35's engines produces an astounding 62,000 pounds force of thrust at full reheat, which when paired with the outstanding aerodynamic design and the vector thrust nozzles of the Flanker series, creates an aircraft unparalleled in low-speed agility. It is an extremely maneuverable aircraft with one of the highest turn rates and thrust-to-weight ratio. If flown by well-trained pilots, the Su-35 will be a worthy opponent to any in-service fighter in the cruel realm of the low-speed furball. The Su-35 has 3D nozzles and a strong flight control system that have been refined over the previous years, whereas the F-22 depends on two-dimensional thrust vectoring. And now the most capable jet for dogfight in this modern era is none other than the Sukhoi Su-57. The aircraft's emphasis on allows it to respond quickly or back out quickly from fights it cannot win. Once the enemy is in a close to visual range, the Su-57's combination of maneuverability and infrared search and track will make it a lethal opponent. It has the highest thrust-to-weight ratio amongst other fighters in this list, which is 1.36. Russian jet fighter producing doctrine is based on strong abilities to speedy, tricky maneuvers and turns. They will always be one step ahead of the US competitors in that role. But in a within visual range combat, the skills of the pilot is one main key aspect. Pilots need good eyesight, situation awareness, and the ability to maneuver against an opponent in 3 dimensions. Anyway, that's all for today, and thank you so much for viewing in. Till then, bye-bye.